EduwebTV KPM.
Hi, sir. How can I help you?
Oh, hello. I just can't decide between getting a laptop or a desktop computer because I want something that is easy to use, it's not too slow, and I get to get my work done.
I see. And what is your budget?
Oh, my budget? Maybe something in between, not too expensive, not too cheap, you know, the usual stuff. Yeah.
I see. Why not we join a class next door? Because they are discussing about the differences between a laptop and a desktop computer. So maybe you can make up your mind after that.
That sounds like a pretty good idea because
Yeah.
if I know the differences between a desktop computer and a laptop, and then I can decide.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Sure.
Hello everyone, you are now watching slot Menengah Atas or Upper Form on EduwebTV KPM together with me, Sean Steven, as your host. And for today, we have Miss Sim joining in. Hi Miss Sim.
Hi, Sean.
How are you feeling today?
Good.
All
How are
right.
you?
And not to forget also, we have our sign language interpreter. We have Miss Lina. How are you, Miss Lina? Awesome. And I believe for today, we also have, if I'm not mistaken, 4 pupils who are joining us online. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's see who they are. Hi, everyone. There we go. Our bright and happy faces are going to join our class today. Could you kindly introduce them to all of us?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we have Ti Wenhui with us. Wenhui?
Hi.
Yes. Okay, and we have Chu Sin Lu. You can say hi. All right. Okay, we have Gan Zheng Yi. All right, and we have Lau Wen Kai.
Hi. Okay, I have a very important question for each and every one of you. Are you ready for our lesson today? Give me a thumbs up if you are. All right, looks like they are ready.
Yeah.
So, Miss Sim, could you kindly let us know what exactly we are learning today?
Okay, so today, basically, we are going to compare between a laptop and a desktop computer.
All right. Sounds interesting. Shall we begin?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, so let's see. What is the difference between a laptop and a desktop computer? Okay, so today we basically are going to focus on speaking skill. So we are going to talk about the differences and then the advantages and disadvantages of each of these smart device.
Okay.
All right, so you can look at your textbook as well. Okay, if you have the Form 4 textbook with you, okay, you can turn on to page 17. Yeah. So let's see, what are we going to learn today?
All right.
Okay, so before we start, let's look at this, okay? Types of smart devices. So what is a smart device? Okay, do you have in mind, like, what is a smart device? Or maybe we can ask our pupils here in MIG. Okay, what do they know about a smart device? Does anyone would like to answer this question? Wen Kai. Okay, Wen Kai, so what is a smart device?
In my opinion, a smart device is an electronic device that has multiple functions.
All right, multiple functions. And how about the girls? Any one of you would like to answer these questions?
Yeah, you can raise your hand.
Sin Lu?
Okay.
All right, okay, Sin Lu. All right?
So I think smart device is a device that has many functions that can function in the same time.
At the same time. All right, so
Okay.
just now one mentioned about that should have many functions and another one mentions at the same time. Okay, so a smart device basically is a device that can connect to, for example, like the internet or Bluetooth, and they can receive the commands from the users. Okay,
I
yeah,
see.
so that's why they are smart.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's look at these questions. So I have a questions for my pupils here, right? And you can also think about these questions, all right? So how do you usually communicate with your friends? And which of the means of communication below do you prefer using and why? So let us look at the means of communication first, then only I will ask my pupils here, all right? So, okay, so the first is send emails, right? The second one is make a phone call. The third one is send videos, pictures, or MMS. All right. The fourth one is video calling. And the last one, we have instant messaging or chatting. Okay. So, pupils in the mid there. All right. Does any one of you would like to answer first? Like, how do you usually communicate with your friends? Okay, do you use phones? I think that not many of you will send emails, right? But you can choose if you are. And you tell me which one you prefer to use and why. Okay, anyone would like to try on this? Okay, why not we let Wen Hui to start first, okay? Wen Hui.
Right.
Yes, so how do you usually communicate with your friends?
I use my mouse phone to communicate with my friends because it does not cost me much when sending message through chatting apps.
I see. And so which one will you choose out of these
As
five?
for me, I prefer instant messaging. It's because I can communicate with my overseas friend without paying any fee.
Okay,
Besides,
I see.
instant messaging keeps a record of the conversation just like text. It's useful when I need a reference.
Oh, all right. I
yeah,
see.
that's a good point.
Yeah. Okay, how about, just now I saw that Wen Kai has raised up his hand, right? So Wen Kai, so how do you usually communicate with your friends and which one will you choose?
In general, I communicate with my friends by phone because this is one of the simple ways to keep in touch with them and it's
see.
portable for me.
So which one will you prefer? Are you going to make a phone call or which one you use the most?
Actually, sending email is the mean of communication I would prefer using.
Wow.
Because emails can communicate with people all around the world. Besides, email can protect my privacy because email does not show my private information such as my hometown, school, and occupation.
All right, I see. Good.
That's an interesting point indeed,
Right.
because if, for example, like instant messaging, I believe sometimes we have to use our mobile number,
Right? Yeah.
which is also something to think about, right?
Yeah. Okay, why not we ask another person, right? Another pupils here? Anyone would like to try on this? Okay, Dong Yi. Okay, Dong Yi, how do you usually talk to your friends?
I usually talk to my friend by smartphone because I just need a finger touch on the smart screen to communicate with others, no matter where they are.
All right. Okay, so which one will you prefer to use?
In my opinion, I prefer using video calling. This is because by video calling, I can see that person who I haven't seen in a long time. Besides, I can observe their expression so that I can identify their emotion and talk with them in a more concert way.
I see. So now he's choosing video calling.
Yeah, that's right. I think
Okay.
that's also a very interesting point because I also enjoy doing video calls because you get to see their emotions
Yes,
and also you get
true.
to know on the spot itself how they feel or what kind of communication you need.
Right.
And right now, it looks like we're going to take a short break. We'll be back to you after this on EduwebTV KPM.
EduwebTV KPM.
Hello everyone, you are now watching Upper Form on EduwebTV KPM together with me, Sean Steven, and also your teacher of the day, Miss Sim, as well as our sign language interpreter, Miss Lina. So, Miss Sim, what
Yeah.
will we be learning now?
All right, okay. So now we have to plan, okay, and organize our thoughts like before we tell others our opinions. So
Okay.
how are we going to express our opinions?
All right.
Right? Okay, so let's move on. So now, normally when we tell others about our opinions, we'll give some explanations, we'll give some examples, right, to justify our answers, right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, for example, we have a speaking activity here. Okay, it's also in your textbook. Okay, which is on page 17. All right. Okay, if you can see here, right, for these speaking activities. Okay, so it says that talk in pairs. Okay, look at the pictures below. So you have the laptop and you have the desktop computer. Okay, and talk about the differences between them. Okay, so you have to talk about the differences between these two. And then say what you like or dislike about each type of computer. Okay, so you may use the words and the phrases in the boxes here to help you, to guide you. All right, so before we start the speaking activity, so maybe I can ask my pupils here in Meet, right? The first questions here, like to talk about the differences between a laptop and desktop. So I would like to ask them, okay, what do they think? Okay, what is the difference between a laptop and a desktop computer?
All right.
Okay, so does any one of you would like to answer this question? What is the difference?
Raise your hands if you want to answer.
Yeah, just raise up your hands if you want to answer. Okay, Moon Hui first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In my opinion, the laptop is light, while the desktop computer is heavy and is definitely hard to me for carry it around.
Okay, yeah, one is light, one is heavy. All right, how about another one? Wen Kai, right, just now? Oh, Dong Yi as well. Okay, Dong Yi maybe can start first.
From my point of view, the screen of laptop is small, while the screen of the desktop is big.
Okay, talking about the screen, yeah? Laptop is small and the desktop is big.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. How about another people here? Who would like to try? Okay, Sin Lu. All right.
In my opinion, a laptop is much more convenient compared to a laptop because a desktop computer needs a keyboard attached to it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
true.
laptop is more convenient, right? Easy to bring. Okay, and how about Wen Kai?
According to my opinion, laptop is portable while desktop computer is bulky and not for moving.
Bulky and not for moving.
Yes,
Okay.
interesting
Yeah.
point that he has there.
All right. So just now you can see that they are using these words, right, to
Yeah.
help them. So let's look at these words in details. Okay. So we have portable, convenient, takes up rooms, heavy or light. Okay. Cheap or expensive, difficult to repair, powerful, easy to steal. Okay. Small keyboards, and then we have more or fewer cables. Smaller or larger memory, battery needs charging, big or small screen. Okay, all these words are in the textbook, right? So, okay, what does the words means? For example, portable, right? Okay, so normally when we talk about portable, it means like something that is easy for you to bring around, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so easy for you to bring. And if we talk about convenience, means that thing is. You can do it easily, like it's not causing you any trouble, so it's convenience for you. All right, when we say something takes up room, that means that things need a lot of space, okay, yeah, to put or maybe to do something. So if we talk about heavy or light, normally we refer to the weight of it. So for
Yes.
example, this one is very heavy, that one is very light, okay? And then we have cheap or expensive. So normally we're talking about the price, the cost of a product, right? And then when we talk about difficult to repair, so what if that things we need to fix it? Okay, so is it difficult to fix, or is it we can just buy the spare parts and then you can fix it, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that is what we will consider. And then when we talk about powerful, means it's highest performance. So that things can perform a lot of different tasks at one time, maybe, right? Okay. And then when we talk about easy to steal, that means can be easily taken away by someone. Okay, so you need to be very careful when you are carrying it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have this small keyboard. So small keyboard sometimes is hard to press, hard to type on it. So it talks about the size of the keyboard.
Okay.
All right. Then we have more or fewer cables. We have the cables at the back there, or when you need to charge your laptop, you need the cables, right? You need the charger.
Yes.
Okay, so whether is it neat or messy, sometimes there's a computer you will need a lot of cables.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then when we talk about smaller or larger memory, it's all about the data storage. Okay,
Yeah.
how much data do we have, okay, that we can store in our laptop or desktop computer. Okay, when we talk about the battery that needs to be charged, okay, battery needs charging, normally it refers to the laptop, because for a desktop computer, we normally just plug in.
Yes, correct.
Yes, we just turn on the switch, right? Okay, and then the last one is about the screen. Like just now they say, one of my pupils say that a big screen and a small screen. So sometimes it's good for your eyes or bad for your eyes if the screen is too small. So you need to consider about that.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. So how are you going to mention or to tell others that whether you like this or not? Okay. So how to construct a sentence? All right. So normally a sentence, normally we have subject and verb agreement. That means we need a subject, we need a verb. Okay, then this one, because you're telling others about your like or dislike, so you need to put a reason at the back. Like for example, okay, how are you going to express your like or dislike? Okay, I liked or I prefer to use a laptop because, then you give your reason. Okay, you cannot just tell others like, I like a laptop, that's all. And then people will be like wondering why, correct?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And then if you don't like one thing, like for example, you dislike a desktop computer, then you have to tell others as well why you dislike it.
Yes.
So yeah, you just connect the sentence, right?
All right.
Okay. So let's see. All right. Let's have a practice here. All right. Again, we go back to this task. We go back to these questions, right? Just now we have mentioned about differences between a laptop and a desktop computer. So now by using this word as well, okay, I would like my pupils here to talk about the what do they like or dislike. Okay, which type of the computer, okay, do they like or dislike and why?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Shall we start? Okay. Pupils, are you ready? Good. Thumbs up, good, ready? Okay, all right. Does anyone of you would like to start on this? No one? You ready, right?
Everyone is waiting for the other person to raise their hands. Okay.
Okay, who is going to start first? Sinlu, can you start first? Then Tongyi, right? Okay, Sinlu.
So for me, I dislike a desktop computer. A common problem with a desktop computer is that it is unportable. I cannot bring it along with me anywhere, such as a library or a cafe. On top of that, a desktop computer usually connects with a number of cables compared to a laptop. This makes my table look messy.
I see. Okay.
So she went directly into telling what she doesn't like about
right?
the desktop.
Dislike the desktop computer, right?
Okay.
Okay. How about Tongyi? Just now I saw he's raising up his hand. Okay, Tongyi, what is your opinions then? What is your preference?
Perspective, dislike the laptop because it is more expensive than a desktop computer because the small component required for the laptop can costly. Besides, laptops get damaged quickly because every part of the laptop isn't strong as a desktop computer. For example, the body of a laptop is thin for its portability. At the same time, this means that the body of a laptop will easily get damaged even with only a small force exert on it.
Okay.
He brings an interesting point
Yeah,
as well.
he disliked the laptop instead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then how about like? Okay, which one do you like? Another two pupils, right? Okay, who would like to start first? Okay, let's Wen Kai start first.
Well, for me, I like a desktop computer because it has a more comfortable keyboard and a much easier to use mouse compared to a laptop. Besides, it has larger monitors so that my eyes won't be painful when watching movie and playing video games. Furthermore, having a desktop computer is also having a low risk of being stolen because people bring laptops anywhere they like, so this will highly increase the chance of losing their laptop.
I see. So this one because he prefer desktop because he's playing video games, right? Okay, so he prefer a larger keyboard and then a larger screen. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because all this is according to your own preference, right?
Correct.
Okay, how about Wen Hui? Let's hear from Wen Hui. What is your preference then?
In my opinion, I do like laptop because they are very light and portable. I can bring it when I go to my friend's house to do some assignment or projects. Besides, a laptop uses less electricity as compared to a desktop computer. A desktop computer is a bulky device and its CPU and monitor use more electricity.
I see. Okay. Right. So now she prefer laptops instead of a desktop computer.
Yeah,
Right?
that's right. And she was talking about practicality itself in terms of the usage of electricity as well as portability.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
interesting. And how would you evaluate the answers from our pupils that was given just now?
I think, all of them have given a good reasons. Yeah, some of them give a few reasons why they choose, why they like this or why they dislike this. Yeah. So I think I think all of them have done a great job, right? If they have a star, I would give them 5 stars.
5 stars for everyone. Well done.
Okay.
All right, and it looks like we have also one more thing to show. I think just like a recap of what kind of sentences or what kind of word banks they can use. Maybe we can also have a look at that.
All right, okay, so these are the word bank again that you can use, right? So easy to bring around, like not causing trouble. So all these, you can either use the convenience, right? All those keywords, or you can use the words here. But normally, okay, when you would like to mention something about your preference, okay, you need to highlight the keywords. Like for example, is it cheap or it is expensive? So those keywords normally, if you would like to describe something, so adjectives are very powerful.
Yes, that's
okay.
true.
Yes.
All right, and hopefully it's been helpful for everyone who's watching right now on how to form your sentences to state whether you like or dislike, in this case, either a laptop or a desktop. And right now I'm going to take a short break. Back to you after this on Upper Form on EduwebTV KPM.
EduwebTV KPM.
Desktop computer or a laptop? Laptop or desktop computer? Which is better than the other? How am I going to decide? All right, so Miss Sim, what are we going to learn for this session? Are we going to discuss on how we can decide on whether a desktop computer is better or a laptop?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So we're going to compare between a laptop and a desktop computer. So we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages about both of this.
All right,
okay?
great.
Right, so let's move on. Okay, so we're going to talk about the pros and cons of these two devices. So how are we going to weigh the advantages and disadvantages between them, right? So first, let's see. You need to draw a table. Okay, so for the people at home, all right, while you're watching this television, maybe you can try to find a piece of paper and get your pencil or pen, right? And for the pupils in the mid here, okay, I would like you to get a piece of paper, and then I would like you to draw out this table. Okay, you can see here, right? So I would like you to draw 2 columns here, all right? One is for the laptop, another one is for the desktop computer. Okay. So you can draw like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, can draw more rows for this. Like 1 row for the laptop or desktop computer. Okay. 1 row for the advantages or disadvantages. Yeah. And then maybe you can have a few rows here because maybe you need to write a few points. Okay. So maybe you can have 3 rows. Okay, for each point here. Alright, so the disadvantages and the advantages of the desktop computer. Okay, so later on, we are going to talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of these two. Okay, so once you have listed down all these ideas, okay, we are going to look at the advantages and disadvantages of these two devices. So next, okay, while you're drawing your table and then while you're listing your ideas, okay, let's look at the keywords or the points that I'm going to share with you. Okay, give you some ideas, maybe some examples for you. Okay. Let's see on this laptop. Okay, for example, the advantages of laptop, you can talk about the portability. You can say that it's easy to bring around, and then, or you can talk about the fewer cables, right? These are just the examples for you. All right, it doesn't means that you have to write exactly the same, right? You can have your own idea, right? Okay, and then for the disadvantages, okay, you can talk about it is more fragile. For example, it's easily broken, or yeah, compared to the desktop computer, and maybe is costly, right? It's a bit pricey, like expensive compared to a desktop computer. All right, and then for the desktop computer, okay, about the disadvantages, you can talk about its the size of it, right? Whether it's bulky, heavy. You can talk about the weight. You can talk about the space, whether it takes up a lot of space for you to put in your room and things like that. Okay, and for the advantages of it, you can talk about the screen, like or the large monitor that have. And then not easily stolen compared to a laptop, because you need to carry a bulky device, right? Compared to a laptop, right? Okay, so you can look at this, okay, to help you. And then you can also refer to the examples here to start your sentence, because later, okay, when we do our practices for our speaking, okay, how are you going to start your sentence? So you can say that by using this point here, just now this point, okay, all these points that you have in your table, all right, to start your sentence, you can say that, all right, so one of the advantages or one of the disadvantages of having a laptop is, and then you give your reasons. Remember just now, we said that, I said that you have to give a reason for that, okay? So you can also use another one. For example, like you can start with a laptop or a desktop computer is more useful because of what? Okay, then you mentions about it. Maybe the maybe of its portability, or maybe okay, you can use it to do a different task, right? And then another one, you can also say that a common problem with a laptop or a desktop computer is, okay, so you can see that the first sentence, this is a very direct one.
Yes.
We just mentioned one of the advantages or disadvantages of this is what, right?
Okay.
But for the second one, it's more like indirectly talking about the advantages, because you say it's very useful, then because of what. And then the third one is indirectly you say that the disadvantages of it. Okay, because you refer to the problem. When you talk about the problem, it is the disadvantages of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can use these three different types of way to start your sentence. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, then let's go back to the table again. I believe that you have your own table with you, with your points of view, with your ideas with you in that table, correct? Okay, and I would like my pupils here in the meet, all right, to share their ideas with us, okay? What have they written in their paper? Can I see that your paper? Have you done your table? Cool. All right, okay, let's have, all right, so let's have that speaking session right now, okay? Our speaking practices. All right, any one of you would like to start first? The same questions again? Anyone? Why Wen Kai is like smiling, like very happy. Like, okay, we'll like Wen Kai to start first, then Wen Hui, right? Okay, Wen Kai, for this part, okay, which one would you say? Which one would you want to talk about? Then we will.
Advantages of desktop computers.
All right, okay.
So
Can
it's
you start?
advantages of
Disadvantages, is it? Or advantages?
The advantages.
Advantages, okay.
advantages of a desktop computer.
A desktop computer, is it?
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, all right. So, yeah, you may start now.
From my perspective, the advantages of using desktop computer is all about the price. It is cheaper than a laptop. Not to
Okay.
mention, durability is the main key, and as always, the desktop computer is always more durable than a laptop. Take my real case as an example. I have a desktop computer in my room that I have been using for almost 10 years and I can still use it. However, my laptop is always having problems such as not connecting to the Wi-Fi, the speaker has no sound, and so on. And I have no choice but to go to the computer shop to repair my laptop, which also cost me a lot of money.
I see. Okay. All right. How about for the next person before we start? Maybe we'll ask the.
Yeah, let's make it more interesting. So we
Right.
have prepared a couple of cards here. We're just
Yeah.
going to take one, right?
Yeah.
So take one of these. And the next one will be advantages of a laptop.
Okay, so advantages of laptop. Okay, just now we mentioned about the advantages. Okay, of desktop computer. Now we mention about the advantages of a laptop, right? Okay, so anyone would like to try on this? Okay, Wen Hui.
In my point of view, the advantage of a laptop is that it can be carried and moved to any location. This is because laptop are like, if you are a student, then you can keep your laptop with you when you go to college. Apart from that, by using a laptop, we can save our time. We can work fast and quickly because we can do our work anytime and anywhere.
All right. So for her, is because she can do her work anytime, anywhere, right? Yeah. Okay. So that would be the advantages of a laptop. Okay. Why not we choose another topic?
Okay, I got two more here. I'm just going to choose one of it, and this one would be disadvantages of a laptop.
All right. Okay. Disadvantages of a laptop. Okay. Who would like to try here? You share your opinions. Tong-yi. All right. Okay. Tong-yi.
Well, for me, one of the common problems with laptop is the limited battery backup. The battery of laptop normally lasts for a few hours. To be honest, it may only last for an hour of heavy work. So you just have to bring along the charger with the laptop for charging, and it's annoying. If the user forget to bring the charger, then it can only support little work.
I see. Yeah, especially if you are playing video games, right? If you're using a laptop to play video games, then it may even last less than maybe like 2 hours or just 1 hour, right?
And looking for a place to plug in your laptop would actually be...
to charge your laptop.
Yeah. And then if you don't have the place to charge, or if you even forget your charger, then it'll just be an oversized paperweight then.
Yeah, right. Because like for my case is I always forgot to bring my charger. That would bring the laptop. Then it will be one of these advantages. Okay. All right.
And
then how about the last one? What is the topic?
The final one is disadvantages of a desktop computer.
Oh, okay. Disadvantages, right? All right. So let's look at these disadvantages of a desktop computer. So now we only left one here, right? Okay, yes, Sinlu, right. Sinlu, can you share your ideas with us?
To my mind, the disadvantages of a desktop computer is it usually needs more care and maintenance compared to a laptop. Since a desktop computer is made up of the combination of several hardware, therefore the maintenance fee will become higher. And also, a desktop computer consumes more energy. It is because a desktop computer needs to be plugged in every time when using.
I see. Okay, so this is from her point of views, yeah? Okay, she thinks that a desktop computer will have a high maintenance fee. Okay, not so sure, but yeah, it depends on maybe she has such an experience that she has to fix with a very high cost, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you have been drawing the table, we have compared in between a laptop and a desktop computer. You also list down the advantages and disadvantages. So now you have a clear picture, right? So you will, when you would like to make a decision whether to buy a laptop or to buy a desktop computer, you can always refer back to this table, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And based on the table that they have provided and also the points that has given, how would you evaluate their answers?
Yeah, for me, I think, most of them, So they have mentioned a lot, right, why they think this is good, okay, like the advantages of it. And they also mentions about, like their points, they have shared their points and it's more than one, I can say, right? Just now we hear it's more than one. Yeah, sure, definitely they have done a great job for this.
All right, well done, everyone.
Right.
So based on, like you mentioned just now, based on the table that they have given, now they are able to finally decide which is better, whether it's a laptop or a desktop computer. Is that correct?
Yeah. And then when they try to tell us about these advantages and disadvantages when they speak, okay, can see that they can speak it very confidently, all right, and it's very clear. We can hear the main points, the keywords, okay, what are the things that they are select, okay, and also how they describe about the advantages and disadvantages of it.
Okay. But maybe I would also like to get your view. What do you think? What would you what would you say based on your personal experience in terms of a laptop or a
For me,
desktop
I
computer?
would say that it depends on what kind of task you are going to have, right? What kind of the things that you're going to do. Okay, sometimes, like for example, playing computer games, right?
Yeah.
Right. So definitely, most of the people they will prefer desktop computer because they no need to charge every time, and then it is always plugged in, and then they will not move around because they can play for a day, the whole day there, right? But if let's say you are working with your assignments or projects, so maybe sometimes you have to work outdoor, not indoor, okay, you have to bring it somewhere else, then maybe a laptop will be a better choice for you because you need to carry it around, and then you need to, the place where you work is just a very limited space. So a laptop is always a better choice for that. So it depends of what kind of the task that you are doing.
Okay. And I guess based on the table that we're able to come up with your guidance, of course, in terms of advantages and disadvantages, we can list out everything and then decide based on our preference and also the usage of what we want to do or intend to do with either a desktop computer or a laptop. All right, and right now we're going to take a short break. We'll be back to you after this on Upper Form on EduwebTV KPM.
EduwebTV KPM.
You're now watching Upper Form on EduwebTV KPM. Our lesson for today is English, and we're talking about the choosing between a desktop computer or a laptop. So over to you, Miss Sim.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's look at the slide again. Okay, so now basically we have been talking about the differences between a desktop computer and a laptop, and we also talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of each type of this computer. So I guess that you now can make a decision like which one would you prefer. Okay, so I have a question here for my pupils as well. After all of these speaking activities, right? So which one will they choose? Okay, will they choose a desktop computer or a laptop? Like at the beginning of this lesson, they have been choosing their own preference, but will they change their preference after they have been weighing the advantages and the disadvantages of this each type of this computer, right? Okay, so maybe you can hear from them. All right, so anyone would like to say it first? Okay, Wenhui, right? Wenhui. Okay, Wenhui, you can start first.
I'm sticking to my opinion that a laptop is the one I most prefer. A laptop is easy to carry to anywhere and can be used anytime. It has smaller components and use less power, so will not cause any unsavable to be lost.
Okay, so she will still stick to her preference because she say can bring anywhere that she wants, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear from Sinlu just now. I think she raised up her hand second, right? Okay.
So after the second consideration, a laptop will definitely be my choice, since a laptop has fulfilled all the requirements for me as a student to complete my task. It also costs less than a desktop computer, since a desktop computer is made up of the combination of several hardware, such as CPU, keyboard, mouse, and also the speaker. So why don't we just save this money and purchase a laptop which is a full set?
Okay, it's
That's
a good
actually a
point,
very
right?
relevant
Then she
point.
mentions about you don't need to buy a different components, right? You just need to buy one. And you
Correct.
can, turn it on and then you can do your task, right? Yeah, that is a very good point. Okay, how about let's hear from the boys, right? Okay, so just now the boys have chosen the desktop computer, right? So maybe, not sure whether they will change their preference or not. Okay, let's hear from Woon Kai, maybe?
Well, for me, as a student who's going to enroll to university next year, I would definitely prefer a laptop. Why? Because it has a keyboard, a webcam, a screen, a mousepad built-in, all in once. Besides, that laptop computers take up less space and can be put aside when it is not used. In addition, it is convenient and portable. Therefore, I can take it anywhere I like.
All right, okay, so he now is also preferred to use a laptop because everything in one, can bring everywhere, okay, can put aside if he's not going to use it, right?
Yes.
Okay, how about Zheng Yi, right? Dong Yi? Okay, we'll wait for him for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, it looks like Tong Yi is facing some technical difficulties, but I guess...
He's back.
oh, he's back. Okay.
Dong Yi, is that okay for you?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear us? Oh, still not. Right?
All right. We can probably ask another pupil if they haven't answered just yet.
All have answered, only left
Oh,
Dong
all have answered already.
Yi. Yeah.
Maybe we can also see what the other people think. Aside from the answers that you have already given, I'm sure that you have more answers to tell us why you actually like or you prefer a laptop, or what is better in terms of a laptop as compared to your desktop computer. Anyone would like to try?
Dong Yi is back, right? Dong Yi, would you like to try? Yeah, so Dong Yi, which one would you prefer? A desktop computer or a laptop?
I prefer having a laptop computer because I noticed that the feature of the laptop will help me a lot in the future. For example, sometimes the teacher will assign the group work for us. If I need to discuss something with my friend at the school, I will definitely choose a portable computer for having a discussion with my teammate. Although the laptop are more costly compared to desktop computer, I'm sure that that is what.
Okay, for him, okay, he say that if you need to do some assignments or project, so definitely he would choose a laptop, right?
Yes.
So can see that all of them actually have chosen a laptop instead of a desktop computer, right? Because they say they are students and they need to bring around to do their projects, okay? I know that some of them, they will go to a library or a cafe, you know, sometimes to do a project with their friends. So a laptop is more portable.
That's
for them,
right.
right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
So let's see. So just now there are mentions about all these words, right?
Yes.
Okay, there are mentions about the portable convenience and all this. So these are the words that you can actually use to express your preference or to express your ideas, right?
That's right.
Okay. So what have we learned today? Okay, a summary of our lesson today. So okay, as you can see just now, right, we have mentions about the differences and everything. So in order for you to express your opinions clearly, right, you need to use some powerful keywords, okay? Those keywords are the one that we mentioned just on the word bank. Like you have to use, and normally they are in adjectives form, right? So that's why adjectives are very important in describing the advantages and disadvantages, because they are describing about maybe their size, their weight, okay, their functions and things like that. Okay, so you need a lot of adjectives to help you to express your opinions. So adjectives is very important. If you do not have a lot of adjectives in your word list, then it's very hard for you to express your opinions clearly, right?
Yes.
So people couldn't really get your idea, right?
Yes.
And then, okay, the last thing is you need to make sure that whenever you start a sentence, you need to state clearly, okay, by giving your main point. So what is the one that you are going to tell us? Are you going to tell us about the advantages or disadvantages of something? Or you want to tell us about, like just now, a common problems? So you need to stress on that, okay, on your sentence. so that people will know that, oh, you're talking about the advantages or
Yes.
you're talking about the problems, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And once again, Ms. Sim, thank you so much for our lesson for today. But before we end, could you also let us know how is the overall performance of our pupils online today?
They have done a very good job because I think that they have mentions about the adjectives, the words. Okay, they have used all the words from the word bank, not all, but most of it.
Yep.
Okay, and then they also mention it and they give the reasons behind it, like why. Okay, so yeah, I think they have stated their points clearly, right?
Yes.
Do you agree with me?
Yes, I think they also did a really good job. And if let's say anyone who's watching right now, or for the pupils who are online right now, if they want to get enhancement exercises, from where can they get it from?
Oh, they can get it from the portal Dilemma, right? 2.0, right?
All right. So
Yeah.
once again, thank you, Ms. Sim, for our lesson for today, and thank you to our pupils who are currently online. And for those of you watching right now, hopefully it's been a beneficial lesson to all of you, and we'll see you in our next class. Till then, take care and bye.